All right, we are here with the Union City Bears on our fall camp tour. Guys, you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Kyler Schaefer.
Ben Patuch.
Blaine Marley.
Clay Thomas.
Guys, how nice has it been to, after dealing with COVID and everything last year, getting back to more of a normal routine?
So much better. So much better. We can actually be near each other instead of like 10 feet away, wearing masks, barely understand each other.
It's nice
So
having
much
the
better.
freedom.
For sure.
Yeah,
we'll practice more.
What have been some of the biggest differences that you've noticed?
Contact.
The ability to have a lot more two-a-days, be able to practice
Yeah.
more and get more prepared for the season.
And now that we're into camp and your preparations are in full swing, how do you feel like things are going so far?
We're learning. We're gonna get better though. We'll get better. I mean, obviously, everyone is for us. Our expectations are low from everybody else, but they're not gonna be what we're not gonna be what they say we are.
Does that motivate you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta show them wrong.
Yeah.
And when you talk about success for Union City football, what does that look like?
It's gotta be a playoff game. It's something we never won.
Winning as many games as possible in the playoff games.
We don't win playoffs. It's failure.
And you have what looks to be a pretty competitive region. How do you guys view some of your competition?
It's either kill or be killed.
What as you guys look at it, what are how are some of the position battles shaping up? How are you guys looking?
Got a pretty solid line. Our backfield looks good. We just gotta put it all together.
We got a
About
really,
it.
we got a really young core. We just gotta get them ready, and I think we'll be good.
And just how much? I know this is I know camp is a grind, but how much fun is it to be back out here on the football field and competing?
It's always fun with the boys. Yeah.
It's always a good time.
All right, guys, awesome. Well, thanks, Coach. If you want to jump in.
Sure. What do you need? Oh, you mean with them or are you I don't know what
Yep,
you're doing.
go ahead.
Okay.
How I heard you talk about numbers and that they're similar at a lot of schools. How are you able to overcome that?
Well, we just absolutely adopt the attitude with next guy up, regardless of whether it's from a senior down to a freshman or vice versa in some cases. And we don't have any other choice. We can't go searching for bodies that aren't here. So whoever the next athlete in line is has to learn it on the fly. And hopefully they are able to, understand the process of what we're going through and be able to pick up their assignments. It's not easy by any stretch. It's not like, we're three deep at any position anywhere. We're barely two deep at a few. So it's just the next guy. Who's the next athlete? And they're going to have to learn that position. And for the most part, they really have adopted to that.
What are some of the biggest things you look for in camp?
To see how well we gel. We are inexperienced at a lot of positions, and to see the offensive line, young, gel with the young backs is always interesting. Even though they're young, that doesn't mean they were playing together at an earlier age. They may be brand new to the system when I say young. They could be 11th grade, but still young. And so to see those parts gel together is what we absolutely have to have. In our offensive system, it is completely reliant on one another, and they have to be able to adapt to that, regardless if they've been playing with that guy for 3 or 4 years or not. And so that's a part of our camp, finding that gel together.
And to that point too, where do you look at as some of the strengths of this football team?
Well, I think in terms of not being experienced sometimes can be an advantage. They haven't experienced a lot of the negatives. They only know what's happening now. So we kind of rely on, all right, this is what it is. Now our job is to get it better. So sometimes that can work in your favor. Friday nights is where that inexperience starts to show up a little bit. So that's when we're going to certainly rely on the handful of guys who have been in the mix for 2 or 3 years, and hopefully rely on them to lead us through that challenge when the game speed starts to happen. Right now, practice speed is practice speed. Everybody experiences it. All of a sudden, game speed changes things, and not only physically, but mentally. And that's where the catch is, repetition, repetition, repetition. Hopefully they don't have to think about it.
Just a quick snapshot of your region. Where do you see you guys fitting in, and what will success for you guys look like in 2021?
Well, again, I think success for us certainly is a winning season. I mean, that's success for most people. It starts there. However, the goal since I have been here is to win a playoff game. It has not been done in Union City School. That is our priority. Now, could we go 8-1 and lose a playoff game and look at it as a terrible season? I don't think so. But still, it's still that one thing that hasn't happened that we're trying to achieve. So goal number one is to win a playoff game, but that certainly isn't the only way we're successful. I think success would be, people staying healthy all year long. I think success would be not losing anybody off of the team. And again, success would be winning more games than you lose, for sure. But the main goal is to win a playoff game.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks.